Good morning. It is cold and windy in the great state of New Jersey. Today is Tuesday, I think November 11th, if I remember correctly. And we have less than 48 hours and we'll be on the road. So here's the travel plans. Oh, thank you all for coming back and joining Cindy and I on our adventure, on our vlog. And if y'all are new to the vlog, we've been sick for the past 2 weeks. We're on the tail ends of it and we're happy. And we manage a park, Waiting Pines Camping Resort in New Jersey. The season is over. We're headed south. Hopefully to warmer weather. However, it got down to 30 last night. It's 35 degrees right now. We're headed to Blairsville, Georgia, and it was 23 degrees yesterday. So anyway, I'm gonna show you all around the campground. We finally got it closed down. We're gonna spend half the day today finishing up all our paperwork for corporate because we're leaving the park and we hope to take some time off. And we got paperwork that has to be done on a weekly basis. So we're gonna go do that. I've got to go to the store and pick up provisions for the trip. Spent this morning going through my closet. Anytime you've been somewhere for a while, we've been here for 7 months, you accumulate stuff. I'll show you on the back of the cart up here. Cindy's got the cart. I threw away an entire trash bag of clothes. Went through, most of it's my KOA uniforms and stuff. I doubt we'll be going back to KOA. We've signed on to manage this park again next year. And then we're either going to go part-time with Ivy as trainers or roaming managers, or we're going to go do work camping in the national park system, where you go for 3 months, you work a limited number of hours, you stay for free, you get to visit the national park. And then I'll talk more about that in a little bit. Let's get in here and see what Cindy's doing. Here's my bag of trash. All clothes. Door is locked. Excuse me. As you can see, the store is pretty bare. We put everything on sale. If you want any candy, you're out of luck. A little bit of ice cream, although I think our head housekeeper Nina is going to clean that out, along with some drinks. That's all we have left in the cooler. This is the only room that's going to be heated. I had the thermostat moved back here temporarily. You can see the wire. I went to Harbor Freight, grabbed this moving blanket, and we're going to this is the only heater we have in the building right here. So we started moving stuff down. This is the fire suppression unit from the snack shack, and those are the two non-chemical type fire extinguishers we have. And all the red fire extinguishers we have in all the cabins and everything then go down to negative 20 below. We won't get that. Storeroom here. But the store is pretty well emptied out. And we'll go on a tour of the rest of the park in a little bit. I'm going to get you to say hey to Cindy. You're nowhere near. I'm just showing Cindy. Say hey, Cindy.
I do hello, my call.
Yes. Our head housekeeper, Nina, does not want to be on the camera, so that's what all that was about. So we're going to go take this to the trash, and then I'm going to show you all some of the stuff we've done around the park. I did have to hire a tree company today. Hopefully they can be here tomorrow. We've had lots of storms. We got a couple dead trees. I was able to finally get a partial budget to what I really need to do all the tree work. But with a lot of these campgrounds, it's hard to get ownership to spend money on non-tangibles, you know. So I took pictures of all the trees and the work I wanted to get done. I sent it up, had tentative approval. Approval didn't come in time for the tree guy to come today. I got the approval today, so he's going to try to come in tomorrow, you know, since we're leaving on Thursday. If not, the head housekeeper downstairs, Bobby, or one of, you know, will have to come and be here while the tree guy's here to let them in and all that kind of stuff. But I think one of the worst trees we need to deal with is right here on site 16. So we had a lot of rain and a big storm, and this tree has really started leaning. That tree used to be straight. It's right next to these power lines. I called Atlantic City Electric, and they would not come take it out. They said it was our problem. But that tree is heavy on top. It's going to go down. You can see the hump here where the root base is coming out. We got a lot of wind, and that tree is going to come down either with help or without help. Hits these power lines that may delay our trip. So we want to go ahead and get it down. We really need to get out of here on Thursday. Update on Harper. Harper's hand surgery went well. For those of y'all who don't normally watch the channel, Harper's our 28-year-old son that flew up when we got low on manpower and needed some help. He came up for the season, got injured on our old Massey Ferguson tractor, had to get hand surgery done. That was done on Friday. He's got a follow-up in Charleston, South Carolina, next week, and then he starts his new job on the 21st. So we got to get down there for that. So we're going to leave here, hopefully make South Carolina in 2 days. Not sure how long we're going to stay. I did get a very, very disappointing phone call. My Uncle Ken, who lives down in, I think, Goose Creek, which is near Charleston. Sorry for all this wind and the noise if you're getting noise in the camera. But he is in the ICU. It's my mom's oldest brother. He's the second child. Mom's the oldest child. In his late 70s. They said they don't expect him to make it through the weekend. So we're going to leave here on Thursday. We were going to go straight to our lot in Blairsville, Georgia. But instead we're going to go down to we're going to stop in Columbia if we have time and see the kids. Probably go down to Hilton Head where my parents are. Stay there for about a week. See what the funeral arrangements look like. If God doesn't do a miracle and heal him. But Ken was like my first dad. So I grew up with my grandparents, Mom and I did. And Mom had me when she was younger. So these are the 3 new RV sites we put in for storage back in the back, and we've already got 2 of them filled. So anyway, Ken means a lot to me, and so we're going to go down there, and I'd like to be able to see him, but I don't know if that'll work out. So anyway, enough of that. Let's go take a look and see what all we did here in the campground. So I bought trickle chargers, the same trickle charger I use on my camper. They're solar powered, right there, eco-worthy. We made sure there's antifreeze, topped off all the oil, put Stay-Bill in the vehicles, hooked the trickle chargers up to the batteries, so when we come back in February, this is the truck I drive, We will be able to start them hopefully with no trouble. We collected all the trash cans, the recycle bins for the cans around back. We stacked all the trash cans up here behind the Connex so the wind doesn't blow them away. I saw the tops. And there are the cans for the campground. Put a lot of the heavy equipment in the building. We've gone through the entire campground, all 300 sites, including the 16 cabins. And we have put the picnic tables up so they won't get any snow buildup. And I know they look a little precarious. We've had huge winds so far since we've done it, and they are actually pretty stable and secure. So we went through and disconnected everybody's hoses. We blew out all the water lines, went and bought heaters. Even though the wells are blown out, the well heads still have water in them, so we put heaters in all 3 pump houses. First time ever winterizing the tankless hot water heaters. So we blew them out. I think they're good, but to be sure, I put a heater in the little rooms where the tankless hot water heaters are. Got them set on like 50 degrees. So hopefully we won't have all the problems we had. Disconnected all the water lines to the toilets. We blew all them out. We put 50 gallons of antifreeze in the water system, all the sinks, all the toilets, all the floor drains, and all that sort of stuff. The maintenance manager is still here. He leaves Thursday with us. It's gotten really cold. Now this is the lounge and the laundromat. It still has water. The residence has water. This building and these 3 sites right here are connected to the house also. So the lines are a little deeper. So this still has water in it. And I've got the heat, just a little gas heater going. You walk in here and you can feel the difference. We're just keeping it above 40 degrees in here. And we've moved in some of the art supplies from the craft shack because it does not have heat. But yeah, so this building still has water. I got to come fill some water jugs tonight so that I can run water through the Berkey for coffee. I'm tired of buying water. And the lounge has heat. So we put heaters in the pump house right over there. Put 2 of them. When we come back, this is Bernadette's site. When we come back up, we're gonna park on this site. We get here February 1st of March. And then when Bernadette gets here, we'll move over to our site over at 196. Our maintenance manager, Mike's camper, is so big it wouldn't fit on that site. So he's just kind of parked out here in the wilderness. And I got some extension cords and we got them all hooked up. Mike's over here with his dogs. We'll take a look at that. Pool's all covered. Blew out that building, drained all the sand filters for the pool. Got all that done. See, the picnic tables are all on end here. Chairs are covered and all is good. Here are the wild 3 musketeers right here. So this is disappointing. Here we've had all these high winds. Right up there, I don't know if you can see it, is a patch I had to put on the roof of the residence. We're supposed to be getting new roofs next year. This roof was leaking and would appear that the wind has torn the patch loose. So that's another thing I may have to take care of before we leave here. Now, one thing we did over the last 2 weeks is we were able to get new septic lids. They used to have just the concrete lids on top of each septic tank. Got 18 of them here on the campground, and we were able to upgrade those to lockable lids. Campgrounds, everybody's all nice and covered up for the winter. Here at the campground playground, took down flags, well, the American flag and the state flag. And we took the motor for the, there's your bounce pillow. We took the motor up, put it in storage. We covered the pipe that fills the bounce pillow with air. We went ahead and secured that so that there could be no debris gotten in there and cause damage. Got all the kayaks put up in the kayak shack, and that's secured for the season. Down here by the river, here at Fantasy Island. Wasn't anything to do here except for on the beachfront sites. Put the picnic tables up. You can see they're all up and good to go. So the cabins are all nicely winterized. We blew out the water lines here. We covered the grills. If it had an old grill on it, if it had a new grill, we put the new grill inside and covered the hole. Put the picnic table up. These are air conditioner heaters. Got them all secured and covered for the winter. Well, it looks different when it's all closed down. Tomorrow, which is the day you'll be watching this video, will be a mad packing day. We've still got some, we're gonna try to get some packing done today once we finish up on all our paperwork and go get supplies. But tomorrow is gonna be a big packing day. Out here at the pond, you can see the aerators there and there. They've been winterized. Sure is a lot quieter and eerie here when things are closed down. Walk over to the river real quick. So as you can see, we've only been closed for a week and a half, and debris is already building up from this wind. Had some limbs fall out of this tree. We'll have to get that come opening. We'll have to get all that cleaned up. Glad nobody's camper was here. Here's the waiting river. So peaceful down here. We've been told that the river is known to flood and come on up to about the tree line right here. So we took all the tables and all of the fire rings from the river and we stacked them right here on the road, on the bend. And stacked them over here on the highest ground down here in what we call the wilderness section of the campground. Headed back to the camper, and I'm gonna run up to Walmart in Tuckerton. Cindy gave me a little list for stuff we need for the road and for supper tonight, so I'm gonna go get that. I was hoping Harper would ride with me. He says his hand is in a lot of pain, and he's just gonna stay in bed. So I'm gonna get the Jeep and we'll hit the road. Time to go to Walmart. Now you can see we've got both winter gates closed. They're on chain drives, this side is. So the township requires us to keep the winter gates closed because we're not allowed to be open. And we're only allowed to have the residents plus one camping unit here on property. So we'll go to Walmart, pick up some supplies for the road, and then we'll come back, and I've got just a little bit more to do in the office, and then we'll start doing some packing. Well, we've arrived at Marketplace Drive. What a convenient place to have a Walmart. Go inside and get a few things. Find a good parking spot. We've arrived at Walmart. I got my New Jersey required shopping bags because they don't give bags out in New Jersey. Let me pull out my list real quick. And paper towels, toilet paper, NyQuil, chips, cookies, baked potatoes. First thing on the list is baked potatoes, but these feel soft. These are some of the worst looking potatoes. It says these are russets, but they look, I mean, look at how soft and nasty that is. I just called Cindy, told her how nasty the potatoes were, and she agreed not to get any. So, moving on. Chips. Small thing of provolone. Let's see, these are my favorites right here. The crispy chocolate chip cookies. People always say that you have to have RV toilet paper. That's not true. We buy Angel Soft every time. You just have to make sure it says septic safe on it. Good old paper towels. So I'm cooking on the grill some chicken breast, some barbecue, and bacon and provolone cheese. I'm gonna get some brioche buns here. That should be good for them. Can't believe the way prices are going up. This is Chance's favorite snack right here. $19 for 10 of them. I'm gonna get a little bit more of the NyQuil to make sure we can sleep. We're almost better. I put it in 3 bags to make me feel better. $64. Almost back to the campground, and it looks like a storm is blowing in. That is not what you want to deal with when you're packing up a camper, especially after you've been sitting for 7 months. So we'll have to see what happens today. Looks like tomorrow's going to be a long day. Got to open the winter gate. It's a slow gate too. I close it. See in the rear view mirror the gate closing maybe. Now, Harper called while I was at Walmart. He wants some McDonald's. We're going to take him McDonald's. There it is on the seat. And I picked up Cindy a sub at Jersey Mike's. And then we'll go take it to her to work. So I figured I'd surprise her with the Jersey Mike's. She loves Jersey Mike sandwiches. She gets the club sub with bacon. All right, I dropped off Cindy's sandwich, and she's talking to manager Bernadette. She's ready to become assistant manager Bernadette and come back up here. I am not a fan of the time change. It is 4:10 in the afternoon, and for some reason the GoPro makes it look a lot brighter out than it is. But it's like almost, it feels like it's getting dark. It feels like it's 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. So let me get the groceries inside and we'll take it from there. All right, so I'm gonna head down to the laundromat here at the campground. I'm gonna fill up these 2 empty 1-gallon jugs of water so I can run them through the Berkey from the sink up there so we can have coffee water for in the morning. I think we've done pretty good. The 4th is when we turned off the water here at the campground. Today is the 11th. We are down to about a little less than half a tank of water in the holding tank. It holds 60-something gallons, so we probably used 35 gallons. Now I've bought 10 of these, and we've about used all these up, and that's for coffee. And so I'm gonna fill these 2 up, and we're gonna run them through the Berkey. Water here in New Jersey for one of these 1 gallons is $2.25. I remember when they used to be less than $1, so let me save $5. Water pressure's a little light up here. So I got Sir Chance-a-Lot out here with me. We're going on our evening walk. It's about 5:15. 5:30. Cindy's still at the office trying to get the paperwork complete. I've done a good bit of running around today, taking care of stuff that we needed to be taken care of, making appointments. During the storm we've had, like I said, the roof, the patch that I put on there got blown off. They're going to try to come tomorrow to refix it. If not, it'll be Thursday. Looks like Carl, the tree guy, is going to make it tomorrow, hopefully. So it's going to put me behind on my packing. And Harper informs me that to make his doctor appointments and everything work out properly, and getting his lease signed on his apartment and all that stuff, that he's going to need to fly out tomorrow. So I got to drive to Philadelphia tomorrow to get him situated on an airplane and fly him home. On top of all that, I just looked at my work calendar, and 2 different IV managers in Atlanta have set up meetings on Thursday. It'd be tough to me to be driving the RV and doing a revenue operations meeting and a end of the year wrap-up meeting for the campground. I could easily just let them know that's a travel day and reschedule, but if I've already got to drive to Philly tomorrow to take Harper, if he gets that airplane ticket, and I've done a little bit of packing on the inside. I've made more of a mess for Cindy to clean up than I have organized anything, but I'm trying to get the front dash squared away because that is where I have my office and all my stuff is scattered up there. I went through all my clothes and drawers and threw some more stuff away. And then I did 1 load of clothes, and they're on the bed to be put away. So I've made more of a mess than I have helped. So the extra day for packing, I mean, we don't have to be anywhere on a certain date. I did get an update about my uncle. They said that they doubt he will make it till Friday, so I won't be able to get there in time to go see him. And the funeral will be 2 to 3 weeks from then, just to get everything in order. So we don't have a specific schedule to be in South Carolina now. So we may leave Friday now, or if we don't get everything done, Saturday. It's not like I've got to be somewhere on November 16th or whatever, because I don't have to rush down there to get Harper for his appointments if he's going to fly. If my uncle's funeral's not going to be for 2 or 3 weeks, we'll probably just get a hotel or stay with my parents. So we're going to be a little bit slower leaving. Wow, life really does pile on all at once, doesn't it? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I just saw Cindy drive by, so I know she's headed to the house. I'm going to do some barbecue chicken sandwiches with bacon and provolone cheese. So I'll get started on that and edit this for y'all. And our next video, though, will be a travel video. So please make sure you tune in next week to see our first leg of our travel down south. Until then, thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a wonderful evening and safe travels on your next adventure.